Hello, and welcome to the Tech Tip on resolution. Resolution of an image becomes a factor when sending projects to print. What may look good on screen will not necessarily look okay when printed. This tutorial will walk you through the various software packages and how to perform the actions needed. These three software packages don't specify a resolution and can only export based on the quality of the elements placed within them, much like the color space as we saw with InDesign. For this reason, we're going to focus on the software that creates the assets used within Illustrator and Photoshop. As a vector software package, Illustrator by default is considered high resolution and can be enlarged and reduced at a wide range of sizes without loss of quality. Of course, this is only the rule of thumb when there are not Photoshop or raster images placed within the document. The following image formats can be exported from Illustrator and are divided by their usage. For print, we want to use the AI, EPS, and PDF formats. For web, you have GIF, JPEG, and PNG, and motion, JPEG, and PNG. The following image formats can be exported from Photoshop and are divided by their usage. Print is the EPS, PDF, PSD, and TIFF. The web is the GIF, JPEG, PNG, and of course motion is the JPEG and PNG. As a raster software package, Photoshop can create assets for print, web, and animation. We will cover specifying resolution when starting a new project, upsizing an image for use within print, and we will now go to Photoshop. Now I have gone ahead and taken a couple of photographs that I found, and I'll show you how to use resolution for that. But first, I'm going to show you how to specify resolution when you create a new project. Under File, New, right here where it says resolution is where you can put in the number. If you are creating for the web or through motion, 72 dpi, or the 72 pixels per inch, is what is considered your standard size. However, print needs to be 300 dpi, or pixels per inch, to be considered high resolution. Now, whether I create it as a 72 pixels per inch or 300 pixels per inch, it's going to look the same on your monitor. The only time you're going to see these differences is when you go to print. So that's why it's important to rely on this number in here to make sure that your images are in the right space. Because you could be creating with an image that you think is okay, but it really isn't. So this is how you specify your the resolution itself. I'll hit cancel. I'll come back in here to our photo of the Great Wall of China that we used in color space. And if I go under image and then image size, you will see that it gives all the information about what the image is. And you have that it's 20 inches by 12.5 inches at a resolution of 96. So the natural thing that some people are going to do is that they're going to say, okay, well, I'm just going to put in 300. And you can see what it does to the size of your file up here, but this is not actually what you want to do, and I'll show you why. So if I hit OK, and it's going to think about it for a second and move. Now, if you come in here and look at your pixels, what was at one time a very sharp image has now gotten kind of blurry. And the reason that happens is because by simply placing the 300 in the box where 96 was, you're asking the computer to guess what dots need to be there. The image existed as 96 dots in that inch. It can't become more than that. More dots had to be placed there. So that means the computer program looks at the pixels all around the existing pixel and makes a guess as to what color it should be. And that's why you see some of what they call the spreading, or the fact that it looks kind of blurry. Okay, so we're going to go back to the image as we had it. We went ahead and hit undo, and it's exactly as it was. And I want to show you that's why you didn't want to go ahead and just type in the 300. Yes, by writing 300, it is considered high resolution, but it's still not a high quality image. Instead, you have to worry about something called resample. That is the process that I was telling you about where the software guesses the pixels and what colors they should be. It's called resampling, and that's why it looked blurry. So we want to actually turn this off. Now, once I turn it off, if you notice, it made all three items in proportion. So now when I type in 300, you can see that it actually reduces the size of the image, meaning that the higher the resolution, the less size needed to be there, or the less size that the image could be to still be considered high resolution. So that we hit OK. And there you can see there's been no change in the quality of the image itself. So then I would do a very simple save as. And let's just come here to our desktop. And we're going to change this to a TIFF. I really like working with TIFF when it comes to print documents. It's the most reliable file format. It won't lose quality as much as, say, a JPEG will, and the file size is a little bit smaller. Plus, it has transparency effects, which are also nice to deal with. So I'll take off the color profile because obviously it's web coded, and I'm going to try to change the name to greatwall.tiff. Hit save. We don't want any compression at all. And this is where, if you can see, if the image had transparency, you could save it there. You can choose between PC and Mac, and to be perfectly honest, there's no difference between the two. People just have preferences, and then you hit OK. So now we've changed what is considered a low-resolution JPEG image into a high-resolution TIFF image that is ready for print.